We're back on Smells Like 90s Rock. It's now Sheila Hot Toddy and DJ P.O.R.C. While the revelation of Eric Clapton is disheartening, there's also a couple of obits we got to throw out there. In the last 48 hours, because we are recording this on Wednesday, we lost both Charles Grodin and Paul Mooney today.
Yeah, I read about Paul Mooney today. That sucked.
Paul Mooney, heart attack. You know, and Charles Grodin, you know, he died. He was in his 80s and he had cancer. So it's one of those things where it's sad, but
Paul Mooney on Chappelle's show.
Well, not just Chappelle's show. I mean, he's a legendary stand-up comedian. He's been around for years. Charles Grodin.
I recognize the names, but I don't know from where.
Paul Mooney. Yeah, Paul Mooney's a really famous stand-up comedian, and Charles Grodin has been in countless movies, including the Beethoven movies. Would probably be the most popular from our generation.
Like the dad?
Yeah, from our generation. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I know that person.
Yeah. He was, but he's been in countless films, and he was a really funny guy. Just one of those good actors, and then Paul Mooney was a funny comedian. But I was going to say about Charles Grodin, it was sad, but he was in his mid-80s. He had cancer for a while, apparently, and so it was one of those things that, you knew it was coming. But with Paul Mooney, he just died of a heart attack, and I hate it. I freaking hate it when that.
He was 79, I guess. I mean, he was older.
He was, but even still. And what's weird is I just looked up these guys the other day just to see how they were doing. According to the internet, they were doing fine. This is for real. Because Charles Grodin has some. He used to be really funny on late night TV shows. He used to make a lot of appearances on Letterman and Johnny Carson back in the day. And he would always. It wouldn't be like a real interview. He would always just be like. It would always be like a performance where he'd be like really awkward, and then the.
Do you own a Telegram, Tom?
No, I watch a.
Times. Do you own one?
No, you go.
All of that stuff, like from way back in the day.
Well, but I'm a huge late night TV fan from back in the day. Not so much anymore because it's kind of whatever. But like he used to be on Letterman and Johnny Carson a lot, and he would play a role where he would just be very awkward, and then in turn it would make the hosts very awkward, and it was funny. It worked. So he was known for that, and he's been in a lot of movies. I'm not real sure where I was going with this anymore.
We can't really quote anything that Paul Mooney does because it's all
very vulgar.
Not safe work.
Yeah, we can't say it on this show. Where was I going with the talking about Charles Grodin? I don't know.
Right, we're going to talk about At the Moonies with Paul Mooney. At the Movies with Paul Mooney.
At the Movies with Paul Mooney, which was a great sketch that they used to do on Chappelle's show, which was also very funny. He also coined... No, actually, we can quote something, because he quoted something very funny on Chappelle's show. He said, was it Blackstradamus, or something like that? It was like a black version of Nostradamus.
Something like that.
And he says, white people love Wayne Brady because he makes Bryant Gumbel look like Malcolm X.
And then the real Wayne Brady confronted him.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't confront him. He confronted Chappelle in that sketch, and he kills Chappelle in that sketch as Chappelle screaming, "It was Mooney! It was Mooney!"
Paul Mooney, one of the early friends to Richard Pryor. May he rest in peace, dude.
Everybody, rest in peace. Everybody's dying on us. I love this.
Part of life.
Great reaction.
Are we going to skim over the story that one of my managers thinks Bill Gates is trying to kill off half the population?
No, of course not. I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Everybody is just distancing themselves from Bill Gates now.
Yeah, because he's getting divorced because of the Epstein connections.
Oh, God, is that why they're getting divorced?
Well, apparently that's why. That's one of the reasons Melinda Gates is getting a divorce, because there aren't any concrete details, but there were like connections that he had to Jeffrey Epstein, and that kind of made her really wary, so she filed for divorce.
Ew! Why is everybody linked up with Jeffrey Epstein? What the hell?
I mean, everybody knew that he met with him, but they didn't know how many times Bill Gates met with him until recently.
P.O.R.C, were you linked up with Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
Oh,
His manager is. That's why she's like trying to burn down Bill Gates right now.
I guess.
But enough separation between her and like the truth.
This is gross. Everybody hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. This man had all the friends.
And he had all the friends in high places, so you just assumed that I hung out with him for some reason?
Yes. No, it's just everybody was friends with him. He had all the friends and all the kids.
They were all billionaires, though, and children.
I think that deserves that, too.
Which I am neither.
Huh?
Of which I am neither.
Aren't we all children at heart, though? Let's be real.
Let's not go any further into this. That gets awful.